Testing. 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 Technology and the technical difficulties have finally been figured out, and just in time as we get ready here for game two of this Monday night doubleheader between the Chemeketa Storm and the Lane Titans. Saul Galvan alongside Jonah Bruno. Jonah, we were working the whole entire first game, and we want to apologize to our audience about the technical difficulties, but we finally got figured out in time for the men's game. But before we talk about the men's game, I want to talk about the women's game a little bit. Lane defeated the Storm 61 to 42. It was a really good scoring output from Lane overall.
Yeah, it was an impressive game and a lot of key stars. Chloe Daniels had 17 rebounds, just dominated in the paint. Lane dominated in the paint altogether against Chemeketa. Points in the paint more than doubled Chemeketa's points. Michael Wicks led the scoring for Lane as well. It was altogether a pretty well performance. I think there's some things that Coach Greg Shuley wants to clean up. He was very boisterous in that game, was actually called for a technical foul at one point for arguing with the referees. But overall, Lane comes away with the win, a good bounce back from their loss against Clackamas.
Yeah, it was really something that they needed. And, I would say, too, that the key to that game was basically rebounding. I mean, obviously, Chloe Daniel, she had 17 rebounds in that game, but Lane 52 to 20 to 29. I mean, that's when you on board like that, it doesn't matter how much you can score because you're basically just taking away the ball from the other opponent.
Yeah, and they're all with those rebounds comes second chance points, which Lane was able to do a pretty good job at as well. They just really dominated the paint, and that's what they're able to do for most of the season. When you got a rotation with Brooke Stuckey, Chloe Daniels, and Lily Duffin, they can really dominate the paint like they have all season long, and it's really hard for an opposing team to come in and oppose their will inside.
So Lane will move to 18-2 on the season, 6-2 in conference play, while Chemeketa moves to 8-9 overall in the season and 5-2 in conference play. And now we move on to the men's game. The starting lineups are being announced right now. We'll give you them in just a minute. But Lane coming into this game 8-11, 3-4 in conference play after they dropped a tough one to Clackamas on Saturday. Meanwhile, Chemeketa 9-7 overall, 3-3 in conference play. These are two teams that are pretty in the middle right now, the conference things. But I think that this could be another matchup for Lane at least, that they match up very well and they could have a complete game.
Yeah, and Lane's coming off of one of their highest scoring games of the year against Clackamas last time out. And these two teams, it's going to be interesting because Chemeketa is not known for their offense. They're 20th in the conference in total offense, but Lane defensively has struggled. They're 21st in the conference in total defense. So we'll see how that stacks up.
Both big men at center court. We're going to give the starting lineups really quick before tip-off takes. Austin Ships, Cooper Goebel are the two guards for Chemeketa. Kellen Sandy and Austin Sladek, the two forwards, and Dominic Ball in the middle, who just took the tip-off. Javon Blackmore, Silas Wright, Jacob Labonte, Jacob Axmeyer, and Micah Garrett are the five out there to begin this one for the Titans. Here's Dominic Ball down low. He's not able to get the one, and Lane moving off court. They're trying to get head first. Silas Wright, and it gets on to Javon Blackmore. A lot of athleticism from that kid, and he displayed it on Saturday, driving the hoop a lot. We'll see if Lane decides to do that again. Here's Jacob Labonte working inside against Ball. He'll put one up, and he'll put one in. Jacob Labonte with a nice move inside and gets Lane on the board. It's 2-0.
Yeah, and Labonte's got some good length on him. So if he drives inside, it's going to be challenging for Chemeketa to be able to clamp down and make a stop.
Here's Sandy against Labonte. He'll put a floater up, and that one no good. Completely misses the backboard and goes out of bounds. So it'll go to Lane.
Yeah, it seemed like he went up to Dominic Ball, had kind of confusion there, some sort of miscommunication.
Here's Jacob Alexander, Axemaker, excuse me. He was trying to get it down low to Silas Wright, but instead threw it out of bounds. So Chemeketa will get the ball right back.
Yeah, trying to be aggressive early, move the ball quick. That one was way wide of Silas Wright inside.
And Ships bringing it up for Chemeketa. Trying to find Ball down low. Instead swings it to his left to Austin Sladek. Sladek working on Micah Garrett. Back to Sladek. Down low to Ball. Silas Wright in the paint on defense. Gets tipped away, but recovered by Ships. Ships could drive it inside against Labonte. Spin move and puts in the lay-in. A nice move there from Austin Ships to tie this one up at 2.
Yeah, Lane going quickly here, but a great move by Ships to create space.
Micah Garrett pulling one up, and he knocks down the mid-range jumper.
Micah Garrett's going to have a big game. Lane wants to win this one. 15 points his last time out, but in the second half against Clackamas went quiet.
There's a pull-up jumper from the free throw line from Cooper Goebel. That one misses. Lane able to grab the rebound. Here's Javon Blackmore. Watch the speed as he takes it down court and then stops. Like you said in the beginning, one of the most athletic guys on this team. And when he drives in, he'll show you why. Gets over to Micah Garrett. He drives inside, puts one up, and another one in. 6-2 Lane as Micah Garrett has his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, good start for Micah Garrett. It's good for him to get in rhythm early for Lane and set the tone.
There's Sladak driving inside against Silas Wright. Spin move and not able to put that one in. Rebound by Labonte. Javon Blackmore pushing up court. Gets past a few Chemeketa defenders and gets in the corner to Micah Garrett, but there's going to be a whistle call.
Ball foul, maybe?
Must have been off ball because Chemeketa will get the ball back. I didn't see any contact there unless it would happen away from where Blackmore was. Either way, Chemeketa gets the ball, and here's Austin Playdeck, gets it down low, and he was trying to get it inside to tie Best. Best puts it back up, and he puts it in. So a nice recover and score for Chemeketa.
Yeah, Ty Best, the freshman. He's a big freshman coming in.
Here's Javon Blackmore driving inside and getting the hard-earned bucket.
Blackmore might be the most athletic on the court, not just on lane, but on the court. His speed is absolutely electric, and he can get up there as well.
Now Ships. Best into the game for Dominic Ball. Slaydeck. Thought about it for a second was Cooper Goble at the top of the wing. Instead gets it to Slaydeck. He'll pull it from the jumper from the free throw line. Gets tipped by LeBounty. Rebound by Best. Gets it out to Austin Ships. He'll pull it for a jumper. That one no good. Tipped around by LeBounty once again. And there's going to be a couple players on the floor for that one. And just like we expected, it'll be a jump ball. Silas Wright and Ty Best were on the ground fighting for that one. Well, possession will go to Lane.
Yeah, and so far, not yet coming off the bench, but soon I'd imagine Isaiah Wallace, the sixth man that usually comes off the bench first for Lane, number 23. Watch for him.
I mean, he had a really good game, especially from beyond the three-point line against Clackamas.
Yep, 15 points, tied for the team high.
In the corner, Silas Wright, no good. Rebounded by Sandy. It was a good look for Wright, but unable to connect from the corner. Here's Sandy, driving in low, try to get to Tyler Best. And that one in and out of the rim.
That's a gimme right there. That falls in and out. And here comes Wallace right on cue, getting ready to check in.
Micah Garrett driving inside. He's going to pull up with the jumper and hits that. Micah Garrett with 6 points in the first 5 minutes of the game.
Just looking confident early here, looking relaxed.
Sandy driving inside against LeBounty. Instead kicks it out to Best. Then he kicks that one out to Mason Lamox.
Yeah, and Lane's bench wanted to travel, and I think they have a case. It looked like it took that extra step.
There's Blackmore. Was trying to find Silas Wright driving inside. That one no good. Here comes Chemeketa. Sandy making a move. Get to the Ships. Lomax. Now Ships. Lomax taking the three-pointer from the wing. Hits it.
Yeah, Lomax. 20 points, team leader in their last game out against Lynn Benson. Getting on the board with the three, and we're knotted up.
He's shooting 23% from the three-point line, able to connect there to tie this one up at 10. Here's Axemaker driving inside, stops, and gets it back out to Blackmore. Blackmore thought about pulling up, but it got tipped away by Sandy, and then Ships was able to grab it. Here comes Ships.
I'm not so sure that was fumbled away by Blackmore.
Three-pointer from Goble, and he hits that one from the exact same spot that Lomax hit it from the previous possession.
Yeah, just unforced errors by Lane. You can't give that up, and Chemeketa doing their job, taking advantage of those unforced errors.
There's Blackmore got a screen from Wright. And here's a deep three from Axemaker, and he hits that one. So just back-to-back threes from both teams right now, and they're lighting up from beyond the arc.
Yeah, Axemaker, he's a sharp one from Eugene, from UO Eugene.
I was going to say.
That one came from. We are in Eugene.
We are in Eugene. It feels like that. Missed three-pointer there from Austin Ships, rebounded by LeBounty.
Maybe I should have said Cresswell.
You should have said, that would have been more accurate. Cresswell would have been more accurate.
Yeah.
He's a double team for a second, able to get it away to LeBounty. Micah Garrett pulling it up once again. Not able to connect on that one. His first miss of the night. Ty Best up ahead. He'll pull up with a jumper of his own. Not able to hit that one off to the side of the rim. Able to grab his own rebound, working against LeBounty. He'll go up with it and get fouled by LeBounty. And Best will have two shots coming up.
Yeah, that was a good call. You could hear the slap from up here.
So a timeout on the floor. We are knotted up at 13 apiece with 13:20 left to go. And it's been a pretty good game so far between these two. I mean, we're only 7 minutes in, but both teams are showing a lot of heart, especially down low, and they're shooting the ball really well.
Yeah, Micah Garrett, I think, the spark plug so far early for Lane. 6 points to start, 3 for 4 from the field. And again, like I said, if you get him going early, Lane's going to be in pretty good shape, or at least going to have an opportunity to control the game.
Yeah, we'll see if if Coach Edwards decides to put in Isaiah Wallace because, like we said, he had a really good game last on Saturday. Went 5 through 9 from the 3-point line, 15 points against Clackamas, which 5 from 9 doesn't really sound like a lot, but when you saw it in person, it looked like he can make anything.
Yeah, and I think we're getting ready to see him. I mean, they were getting ready to check him in. We'll see if he comes on the court here out of the timeout. But if he can bring that shooting like he did like on Clackamas on Saturday, which he is coming in here by the way, Lane's going to be in good shape and not nearly as much of a high scoring affair in the opening 7 minutes about here, but still some scoring going on. And again, Micah Garrett leading the way for Lane.
So a few substitutions actually for Lane as Ty Best makes the first one. Axemaker stays in the game, but Isaiah Wallace, Izzy Golden, and Junior Leggy come into the game. 2-2 from the line. County stays in as well for the Titans. Little full court defense from Chemeketa, but Lane able to get across court. Here's Golden. Ward's not afraid to use his bench. Saw a good rotation last game against Clackamas. There's LeBounty down low with double team for a second, able to get off a shot. That one no good. Completely missed the rim. Rebound by Sandy. Pushing up the court. Here's Tyree Wall. Gets it down low to Ty Best. Best working inside against LeBounty. Trying to kick it outside and is able to get it outside. Almost a backcourt violation. But Kellen Sandy able to get it in. Sandy driving in, gets it to Ty Best. And a couple players on the ground fighting for it. Isaiah Wallace and Ty Best. We've seen Best on the ground. He's not afraid to go for anything.
No, it's going to be a tightly contested game, and the intensity is already high. A couple times they've gone to the ground, gone to the deck for the ball.
It'll stay with the Storm. Ellen Sandy, freshman guard from Turner, Oregon, will inbound. So we're going to get a quick stoppage in here. The court's all dry. Saw that a couple times in the last game, too, especially on the opposite side.
Yeah,
and
that's going to be a point of emphasis, I'm sure.
Sandy inbounds it to Lomax. Lomax working against Leggy. Pulls up from a jumper, and he hits that one. Lomax.
It's a pretty shot. It was good defense by Junior Leggy, but just a great step back, too, from Lomax.
Lomax now with 6 points in the game. Here's Izzy Golden. Gets out to Isaiah Wallace. Now Axemaker driving inside, trying to get one to LeBounty, but tipped away and stolen by Chemeketa.
That's one where if they're going to get that pass inside of LeBounty, LeBounty's got to move and create space himself inside the paint.
Lomax got the steal on the other end, trying to drive in, but blocked by LeBounty. Lane trying to push it up, going to settle down for a second. Axemaker, thought about pulling up. Gets it down low to LeBounty, was Izzy Golden, but that one gets stolen away. And that's back-to-back steals for the Titans. Aguilar, now Ty Best. Lomax, Aguilar. Aguilar going to swing it to Tyree Wall. He's going to pull up for one with the shot clock running out, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. Missed the shot anyway, but possession will go to Lane. Chris Wright and Javon Blackmore checking back into the game, and Jonah?
Yeah, Trey Wall, number 15 for Chemeketa, coming in. And he's had a solid season so far, 17 minutes played. Just not many points on the board for the freshman, but I think he's a young spark plug for Chemeketa that could be a big factor later in the season and into next year.
There's Leggies and the swing it to Blackmore. Gets it to Isaiah Wallace. Haven't seen anything from him yet. See if they want to get involved. Here's Leggy pulling up from the wing. He hits that one. Leggy gets his first bucket of the night. And it's 17-16 Chemeketa.
Leggy not known much for a scorer this year, averaging under 3 points a game, but right there it gets 3 in one shot.
And there'll be an offensive foul against Chemeketa. As Ashton Rose trying to find someone down low. Might have been a little too much contact.
Yeah, you got Lomax, number 24.
Blackmore making a move inside, finding Silas right, working in the paint, and he gets a nice turnaround bucket. 18-17 Lane as they regain the lead.
Beautiful move by Silas right at the right hand, using all of his wingspan, using the glass to his advantage.
Aguilar was looking for someone down low, not able to find, instead swings it. Tyree Wall, now Rose working in the paint. Turnaround shot, no good. Rebound by Leggy. Javon Blackmore going inside, gets it to Izzy Golden. Now Isaiah Wallace lost it for a second, but keeps it inbounds. A nice heads-up play from there. It's like Lane's going to reset. Here's Blackmore making a move inside, cutting inside of Rose. No good.
Got it
And he
back.
gets his own rebound. Going back up with it, Blackmore. That one no good. Second attempt. Not able to connect. Cooper Goebel gets the rebound for Chemeketa. Max Aguilar. Now in the corner, Cooper Goebel. That one goes in. And Chemeketa gets the lead right back with a three-pointer from Cooper Goebel. It's 20-18.
It's a big-time three by Goebel right there. Early in the possession, gets the lead back.
Izzy Golden trying to answer with a three-pointer. He answers it with the and one. He hit the three-pointer, and he's got a chance to make it a 4-point play coming up. Wow, what a shot there from Izzy Golden. And another timeout on the floor, 21-20 with 9:09 left to play. We're going to step aside for a break. When we come back here on the Lane Streaming Network. Izzy Golden at the line for Lane to try to make it a 4-point play. Hit the three-pointer and got fouled right before the timeout. Golden, a season high 21 points for Corbin University, shooting 72% from the line, so pretty good overall for Lane as he's able to connect, and he does make it a 4-point play. So now it's 22-20. 9:04 left to play. There's Chase Aguilar for Chemeketa. Up top to Ships. Now Ty Best down low, trying to get it to Rose, and Rose gets it in for the easy lay-in. So now this one's tied back up at 22.
Yeah, Rose got good position on Leggy right there. Got around Leggy and a step ahead inside the paint. No chance once you get the ball to Rose in that position.
Leggy swings it to Golden, and then Leggy gets it right back, and he hits the three-pointer. So just threes raining for Titans on back-to-back possessions.
Well, and from an unlikely player in Leggy, like I said again, averaging under 3 points a game, but how about a couple threes here in the first half for him?
Yeah, he's not known to be a scorer, but he's feeling it right now. There's Ty Best taking one from the free throw line, and Ty Best hits the mid-range jumper. I mean, right now, Lane is 4 of 5 from the three-point line. It's 80%. So the Titans are feeling it. Here's Micah Garrett back into the ball game, and Garrett hits that one. The fifth three-pointer from Lane in the first half alone.
Well, now all of a sudden it's a lot like Saturday against Clackamas. It's coming a shootout here in the first half.
We haven't even seen Isaiah Wallace take a three-point shot yet, and we're going to get a whistle. I think it was a foul against Lane.
Yeah, I got Leggy on the foul.
Ellen Sandy and Austin Sladak back into the game for Chemeketa. Going to get it down low to Cooper Goebel, who's driving inside. And they're going to say that a Titan touched it last. Look like Isaiah Wallace might have been the last one to touch it.
Yeah, a little friendly fire right there. Two guys, same team, going for the ball, and they end up out of bounds.
Sandy to inbound once again. Pass it down low at Ty Best. It looked like it got off the shin of someone, but Titan's able to come away with it. Izzy Golden bringing it up, able to get past midcourt and get it to Javon Blackmore at the top of the key. Garrett at the near wing. Blackmore trying to get to Isaiah Wallace. Wallace, the first shot he takes. No good from that one.
Good take, though, in and out. Good shot by Wallace.
Ships up ahead, but that one's stolen away by Javon Blackmore, and Blackmore ran into Ships. He wasn't prepared for it. Ships is down on the ground holding his head.
Yeah, Ships was going down for the ball. Ships.
He's getting up right away. He's holding the back of his head, so you wonder if he's going to come out for a few plays. Definitely don't want to mess around with an injury like that.
Yeah, I just want to make sure Ships is getting up. But I was going to say it was unintentional contact from Blackmore, but
yeah, Blackmore thought he was able to get that one from going out of bounds, but Ships ended up getting in the way, and
yeah, he took a hard fall to the floor and took almost a fullback block hit from Blackmore.
I mean, yeah. So Ships is going to come out. Aguilar will come back in. We'll see if Ships comes back into the game, getting checked out by medical staff on the sideline.
Yeah, he's holding the back of his neck, possibly some type of stinger.
So play resumes. Here's Austin Slaydeck driving in. Slaydeck gets the lay-in.
It's a nice switch hander in midair. Goes from the right to left to Labounty at the rim.
Labounty also back into the game for the Titans, and here is Labounty. Left wing, Blackmore. Isaiah Wallace, second three-point attempt. That one doesn't fall either. Rebounded by Aguilar, what thought was going to be Aguilar, but the ball went out of his hands even though it was right in front of him. So possession will stay with Lane.
Leggy checks off, gets a nice.
Leggy with 6 points, 2-2 from the three-point line. We'll see how long Coach Edward keeps on the bench.
Yeah, got a nice couple high fives from the bench, and Coach Edwards as well on his way out. Making an impact. A couple threes here in the first half for Lane.
There's Blackmore. He'll take a three from his own. That one doesn't go. Rebounded by Chemeketa. Here's Cooper Goebel. Gets stolen away by Jacob Labounty.
Good pick by Wallace.
Gets it ahead to Isaiah Wallace. Wallace trying to spin in. Thought maybe he was going to drive to the basket, but instead settles down from behind three-point range. Javon Blackmore able to stop it from going out of bounds.
Look at all this space Blackmore has. I've heard Coach Edwards yell a couple times, space. Trying to clear the middle, it seems like.
Isaiah Wallace trying to get it down low, able to get the bounce pass to Labounty. Labounty violation. Possession will go to Chemeketa.
That was right back in here. Wallace comes off. Couple missed three-pointers, I should say, for Wallace.
And yeah, we mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, I mean, this bench is so deep that Coach Edwards, he feels like he has endless guys he can go to, as Best pulls up from the top of the wing, and Best hits that one. 29-28, Chemeketa leads with 5:45 left to go. There's Blackmore.
Back and forth. Multiple lead changes so far in this half. Very similar to Clackamas on Saturday.
Jacob Labounty trying to make a dribble move inside, but loses control. He gets it back. There's Axemaker. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Micah Garrett from three-point. That one gets tipped and blocked as Silas Wright able to pick it up. Here's Javon Blackmore. Whole lot of blue down low. And the shot, going to be another shot clock violation for Lane. They had a couple opportunities, though. Javon Blackmore really put up a fight for the ball.
The combination of sloppy ball handling and good defense toward the end there. The clock was winding down by Chemeketa.
Turnover for Lane in this game. Best trying to get it down low to Slaydeck. He does. No good. That went off the front eye. Rebound by Labounty. Here comes Javon Blackmore running down the court as Axemaker hits the three-pointer on the give and go from Blackmore.
That sharpshooter, Axemaker, has such a nice stroke from three. He's got a pair of them here in the half.
There's Best with another three-point attempt. That one no good. Rebound by Slaydeck. Aguilar going to take a three-pointer from himself. That one no good as well. Another offensive
Third
rebound.
chance.
And a third chance from Sandy. That one no good. And finally, Lane gets the rebound.
That's one Chemeketa. When you got 3 chances like that, you maybe want one of those to be driven to the rack. All 3 attempts coming from beyond the arc, and none of them falling.
Yeah, I mean, that was like 3 new possessions that they were able to do. And now they create a
Oh,
fourth one as it gets stolen away up court. Here's Kellen Sandy who will get it in for the easy lay-in. And Coach Edwards wants a timeout as that layup ties us up at 31 apiece with 4:11 to go. So it felt like everything was falling before the previous timeout. Now, not so much, but both teams are still playing really aggressively.
yeah, and really it's coming from a combination of players: Garrett, Leggy, and Axemaker. Axemaker, Leggy, 6 points apiece. Garrett with 9 currently, but Leggy and Axemaker 2 for 2 from downtown. And really, overall, this game, of course, with it being knotted at 31, pretty evenly played. Both teams over 50% from downtown, and then 42% for Chemeketa from the field, 54% from lane. So they're shooting the ball well, with a couple turnovers, more than a couple, I should say, 9 turnovers for lane in this quarter is kind of shooting themselves in their own foot because Chemeketa's got 15 points off of those turnovers.
Yeah, and I mean, especially for Lane, there were just a couple opportunities, especially when they were on offense, where just kind of sloppy play. The ball got tipped away by Chemeketa, and you got to give credit to them for good defense, but it was also a little bit of poor ball handling and passing from Lane.
Yeah, just that comes from just trying to move the ball, trying to go too quick. But when you're trying to go quick, it's trying to get the defense off balance, trying to beat them in transition ball side to side. So, part of that, it comes down to just trying to slow the tempo down.
That's right. We'll bring it up for the Titans, but it gets it to Blackmore instead. Blackmore, and it looks like he got pushed out of bounds. They're going to call a foul. That was against Kellen Sandy.
Thought for a second they were going to just call him out of bounds without
Yeah,
the foul. I
it
was
looked
like,
really close,
I'm
but
hoping they saw that little elbow shove, and they did.
the ref was right there to see the contact and gives Blackmore the foul. Michael Garrett pulling up from mid-range, and he hits that one. So after missing his previous 2 shots, Michael Garrett able to make one once again.
He's in the double digits as well, the first man to do so tonight.
He's 40th in the conference total points, and we'll see if Lane decides to keep going to him. Here's Sandy driving inside, puts up a floater, no good. Dominic Bell grabs the rebound, and it looks like Lomax stepped out of bounds, so possession will go back to Lane.
Yeah, that was pretty clear. Back heel on the blue painted line here inside the gymnasium at Lane.
More bounce pass to Labani. Labani will take a mid-range jumper. That one no good. Rebounded by Lomax.
Bounty not having his greatest performance so far on the offensive side, at least, here in the first half.
And here was Ball, who's trying to get inside to a driving Lomax, but that one was tipped away. Here's Axemaker, pump fake, and hits it, and not able to connect for that 3-point attempt. Rebounded by Ball. Lane getting a couple good looks, but not able to hit their shots. Still up 33-31. And he driving inside. That one no good. Rebounded by Garrett. He's on the ground, able to get it away to Axemaker. Axemaker pushing up floor. Gets it to Blackmore, and Blackmore loses it.
That's why I was talking about just trying to go too quick and not able to gather yourself.
There's Austin Sladeck. Sandy pulling up. Bullseye. So Kellen Sandy takes advantage of the poor ball handling from Lane and able to hit that 3-pointer. Chemeketa back on top, 34-33. Jacob Labani working inside. That's a specialty move. Spins around and puts it in.
Good move by LaBounty right there. Trying to go to work on number 34, Dominic Ball. Ball's big man himself in there.
Labani's 6'9", so he has the height advantage for sure. As Sandy pulls inside, but that one gets blocked away. And look at the athleticism from Blackmore to keep that one in bounds. Yeah, it's Axemaker. Maker gets it to Labani. Labani taking a 3-point attempt. That one falls in. So Jacob Labani back-to-back buckets on back-to-back possessions. Ladek, get it down low to Ball. Ball lost control of it. Tried to put it back up and it gets fouled. I believe it was against Jacob Axmaker. And it was. So Ball will go to the line and shoot for 2.
Hurt the slap on the wrist. Ball on the way up there. Big height advantage for Ball going up against Axmaker inside. Or was it Golden? Axmaker. Good 10-inch height difference between Ball and Axmaker.
So Blackmore and Wright will take a seat. Isaiah Wallace and Izzy Golden come back into the game. Mike Garrett, Labounty, and Axmaker will all stay out there for Lane. Ball misses the second free throw. The first half, there's Micah Garrett pulling one up, and that one gets blocked, but they're going to say that he was fouled. Couldn't hear the contact here, but the officials were right there, and Garrett will go to the line and shoot for 2.
Yeah, late foul call, too. Head coach Jeff Williams for Chemeketa having a discussion.
It's the first. 6% from the free throw line this season. In minutes per game, points per game, and rebounds per game.
And now he's got 13. Again, I talked about how similar it was. This game's going from, or compared to Saturday against Clackamas. Garrett also had 13 points in that first half. That's where he sits right now with a minute to go.
As stolen away by Lane. Here's Micah Garrett pushing up court. He'll take it in, and look at the hop from Micah Garrett, able to put in for the easy lane. 42-35 Lane with less than a minute to go in the first half. Max up top, driving inside against Garrett, puts one up, and gets the alley-oop to Dominic Ball. Wow, did not see that one coming. It looked like Lomax was trying to put a layup. Instead, gets it to his center for an unbelievable alley-oop dunk.
It's a good look and a good vision there to get it to Ball and let the big man go to work.
I didn't even see it, especially
rim.
where Ball was. I didn't know if he can get that one, but he was able to.
Wind the clock down now.
Less than 20 seconds left. Shot clock still on. Micah Garrett at the top of the key trying to work inside. Gets tipped away by Sandy. Here comes Sandy. Shot clock turned off. And another alley-oop. One-hander by Dominic Ball. Not able to get that one. Tipped away by Lane. Chemeketa able to get it. Aguilar from the corner 3. Not able to get that one. Chemeketa with the rebound. Ball working inside. Clock runs out.
Wow.
So how about that? The sequence in the last 20 seconds. It looked like Chemeketa was going to have an easy alley-oop from Dominic Ball, but he wasn't able to hit that one. And they had a couple good opportunities to make a shot there, but not able to connect. 42-37. Lane leads after one half of play. Jonah, I mean, you said it. This game has a lot of similarities to Saturday's game. Pretty high scoring, and Micah Garrett, and also some other guys, Jacob Labounty and Junior Leggy, they're playing really well right now.
Yeah, I mentioned Labounty was struggling a little bit on the offensive side early in the first half, but he got going there late. Had a 3 late in that half, a couple points inside the paint, doing a good job getting going late in the half. But Lane overall shooting the ball really, really well from the field, 16 to 28. That's 57% from the field. The offense is playing well, but the turnovers, the sloppy ball handling is what's keeping Chemeketa in this game. It's a 5-point lead for Lane.
Yeah, we'll see if Lane can fix it up after halftime. 42-37. Lane is shooting 53% from beyond the arc as they look to get back to 500 in conference play. We're going to step aside for our halftime break. When we come back, though, second half coming up between Lane and Chemeketa. Welcome back to the campus of Lane Community College as we get ready for the second half between the Titans and the Chemeketa Storm. Lane currently leads 42 to 37 after a pretty high offensive output first half. Micah Garrett leading the way with 15 points. Saul Galvan alongside Jonah Bruneau. Jonah, we saw a lot of good things from both teams. Lane especially, I mean, they're up 5 right here, but still some things to clean up. What do you think they need to do in the second half?
Biggest thing is turnovers, offensive turnovers for Lane. They've given up 11 so far in this game in one half. And Chemeketa, for the most part, has been able to capitalize on those turnovers. They have 18 points off the turnovers versus Lane only has 7 off Chemeketa turnovers. So if they're able to just slow the tempo down a little bit, they're going really quick in that first half, maybe a little too quick at times, led to those turnovers, fumbling ball handles here and there. So if they're able to slow the tempo down, maintain long possessions here, they should be in good shape.
Lane's going to start out with possession here in the second half. Javon Blackmore, Silas Wright, Jacob LaBounty, Jacob Axemaker, and Micah Garrett at 5 out there for the Titans. Austin Ships, Cooper Goebel, Kellen Sandy, and Austin Sladak as pull-up jumper right there from Axemaker, rebounded by Wright. Trying to make a move inside double team. Gets out to Jacob LaBounty working against Ball. Silas Wright in the post. Way by Goebel. And here's Blackmore driving inside, puts up a floater. That one no good. Blackmore grabbing his own rebound. LaBounty put it back up. That one no good. And finally grabbed by Chemeketa's Dominic Ball.
That's a second chance point for LaBounty. Right in front of the rim. Absolutely needs to be a must make.
And not even that, Javon Blackmore, he had a pretty good look when he grabbed the offensive rebound and didn't put it back up. Was trying to get it inside. On Sandy, Sladak made a move inside against Wright. Rebounded by LaBounty. Blackmore pushing up court. Here's Micah Garrett. That one no good. As Axemaker and Sandy were trying to fight for it, and they're gonna stay with the lane. As Goebel was trying to get that one from going out of bounds, but touched it last.
Yeah, good job at Axemaker to contest that loose ball.
At the top of the key, swings it to Blackmore. Trying to find LaBounty down low. He does. Then gets it over to Blackmore. He jumps up, and that one gets blocked by Ball. But nice job by LaBounty to get the rebound. He puts one up. No good. Blackmore got a hand on it, but rebounded by Cooper Goebel.
Yeah, LaBounty a little struggling a little bit out of the locker room. A couple takes inside, just not falling for him. Too strong on both opportunities.
Ball at the free throw line in the post, trying to find a cutting Goebel,
Oh,
and he does. And a nice pass and shot from Cooper Goebel.
That's a little finger roll scoop underneath 2 defenders for Goebel off the glass and in.
Cooper Goebel now with 8 points on the night. Micah Garrett driving inside, finds Jacob LaBounty. Does a little handoff to Jacob Axemaker. Now LaBounty in the post, finds Axemaker. Axemaker puts it up and misses that one. Another easy shot that Lane has missed here to start the second half.
Yeah, a little bit of frustration. Coach Kenneth Edwards, it's 3 takes right there. Have been all fairly wide open, and none of them have been converted. A couple by LaBounty and right there by Axemaker underneath.
And here is Kellen Sandy. He was trying to find Ball inside. We saw the connection between a couple Chemeketa players and Ball towards the end of the first half. Not able to find him there, though. Possession will go to Lane, and there's going to be a few substitutions made as Isaiah Wallace into the game, as well as Izzy Golden for the Titans.
Yeah, kind of right on cue. LaBounty and Axemaker come off. A couple slow starts for them in this half, and Wallace, Golden trying to create a spark for Lane here.
Isaiah Wallace pulling out from the near wing. That one no good. Izzy Golden trying to go for the rebound. But Mason Lomax able to fight for it. Austin Ships trying to get it down low the ball. Able to mismatch against Wallace. Puts one up and puts it in.
Yeah, you said it so right there. That's a mismatch. Absolutely, that Chemeketa is going to take all day.
Izzy Golden waiting for the screen. Gets a screen from Wright. Now kicks it back out to Isaiah Wright. He'll take a shot, and he'll hit that one. Isaiah Wright from the left wing able to hit a three-pointer and open up Lane's second half scoring. Dominic Ball Gets it to Ships, and in the corner is Goebel. Not able to connect there. Right, driving inside against Ball, not able to get that one. Looked like Ball might have got a hand on it, but
yeah, Silas Wright wanted a foul for a slap on the wrist, didn't get the call.
There's Lomax pulling up with the mid-range jumper. That one no good. They call an off-ball foul against Chemeketa.
Reach in on Lomax. The rebound from Wallace.
Checking into the game.
Yeah, see if he can carry over some of his offensive performance that he had in the first half. 6 points in the opening 20 minutes.
2 of 2 from the three-point line. And like you said before, and he's not known for being a three-point shooter, but was able to find his rhythm in the first half. Let's see if he can find it now. Right at the top of the key. Isaiah Wallace, Mike Garrett, pump fakes, drives inside, pulls up from the free throw line, and hits that one. So Micah Wright continuing his hot streak from the first half, 17 points on the night now.
That's a great step in by Garrett right there, and gets the defender off balance. The perfect mid-range jumper too.
Ty Best, it gets stolen away by Garrett. He's all alone, takes it up court and puts it in. Easy lay-in. So a nice steal and score for Lane, and it's now 49-41. Sandy now gets it outside to Lomax. Lomax driving in and gets fouled on the way up. Had a couple of Lane guys, they had to body his way through. But it'll be Izzy Golden who will be charged with the foul. Lomax at the line.
Lomax 75% on the year from the stripe.
It's his first free throw. Chase Aguilar into the game. Kellen Sandy taking a seat.
Isaiah Wallace staying in for Lane at the moment. Kind of the polar opposite of his outing against Clackamas on Saturday. 15 points in that game. He's still scoreless in this one, 0 for 3 from downtown. But been his only takes.
Lane up by 6. Izzy Golden got double teamed for a second, able to get to Leggy. Garrett at the top of the key. Lane was running some pretty quick possessions, and that kind of factored into their mishandling of the ball as Isaiah Wallace driving inside, rebounded by Wright, and they're going to call a
blocking foul.
So possession will go to Chemeketa.
We're going to take a media timeout here.
Timeout on the court. Lane up by 6 with 14:42 left to play. We'll step aside for a quick break when we return on the Lane streaming network. Nine to 43, Lane lead Chemeketa to play. Isaiah Wallace at the line after the blocking foul. The night for Wallace. First one.
And Micah Garrett, 19 points now for Lane. He's definitely been the highlight on offense. Next highest is 7 for Lane, point category.
Bench is fired up coming out of timeout. See if that translates on the court. Lomax working on Leggy, driving inside against Leggy. And Leggy has hands up, but looks like he's still going to get called with the foul. Back to the line. A little too much contact?
Yeah, we kind of talked about it on Saturday too. And tie goes to the offensive player more times than not. And you said it, Leggy had his hands up pretty much the entire drive. Still gets the call.
Yeah, the rules have definitely changed nowadays. Where back then, I mean, guys could be a little more aggressive driving in, but like you said, now it's almost like in football where the quarterback is protected. If you're the one with the ball and driving in, more than often than not, the foul will go. Leggy, driving to the top of the key, swings it to Wallace. Silas right working against Best. Leggy, Wallace, getting the screen from right, mismatch, and Wallace takes a jumper, rebounded by Garrett, and a nice placement there.
Right place, right time.
Will he get the rebound and put it back in? 21 points for Micah Garrett on the night. Max going to pull up from the right wing and hits that one.
That's a great 3 right there. Got a nice screen from Best and didn't hesitate, took the 3.
53-47, back to a 6-point lead for Lane. Micah Garrett going to kick it out to Isaiah Walston, gets it to Leggy. Leggy driving inside, kicks it out to Garrett. Garrett going to pull up. That one no good. Rebound by Lomax.
It's a chance for Chemeketa right here. Get it back to a 1-possession lead for Lane. A 1-possession deficit, I should say, for Chemeketa.
Lomax was getting the screen from right, instead went the other way, and
foul on Leggy. That's a 3rd.
Against Junior Leggy, as Micah Garrett will take a seat as well as Leggy. From those two.
Absolutely.
Expect to see Micah Garrett on the court close to the end of this one. Jacob Labounty and Axemaker are back into the game as Lomax pulls up from the free throw line. No good. Rebound by Labounty. Maker at the top of the key. Gets it to Labounty. Labounty was trying to find inside, and he does find Axemaker for the drive and score.
Yeah, it's a good job by Lane. Axemaker able to cut. Ty Best inside number 5 got lost and was not able to accompany for Axemaker on the cut.
A few times they've done that tonight. It's worked out pretty well. As Jacob Labounty really good at finding those guys who are driving in. Ty Best working inside against Labounty. He'll get fouled. We'll go to the line and shoot for 2.
Lane dropped a couple close games as of late. And another close game right here. They're in control of, but remember Clackamas, they were up double digits, and Clackamas came back to win that game. And so this one here, 7th in the conference standings coming into tonight. A win is huge for Lane if they're able to get it tonight.
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
get back to 500 in conference, like you said earlier.
Exactly. I mean, they're fighting for that spot. And Chemeketa, I mean, they're 5th in the conference, so if Lane's able to win, they should jump back to 500 and be right there with the Storm. Best hits the second free throw.
That was 9-17 overall last year. Already have 9 wins on the year. to this point. So much improved season already for the Storm.
Labounty fighting right down low, lost his dribble and able to get it back to Labounty, and Labounty gets fouled, and he gets the and one. Kind of just threw it up there as he had multiple Storm in his face, and luckily it went in. So trying to make a 3-point play with a free throw.
That's one of those shots where you just throw it up because you know you're going to get the foul, and you throw it up just in case you're able to get a 3-point play, and luckily for him, it did drop. Oh, 3-point play for Labounty.
Labounty converts the and one. It's a 9-point Lane lead. Sandy got the screen from Wall. Sandy. Open shot. The body was in his face, but Best is able to get the shot off and put it in.
That's twice now I've noticed Isaiah Wallace has been getting stuck and left alone underneath in the paint, and it's a huge mismatch now. Ty Best right now on that one. Earlier, we saw it was Dominic Ball on Wallace, or Wallace was having to guard Ball. A couple times, Chemeketa has been able to capitalize on the mismatch in the paint.
Axmaker driving inside, gets it to Javon Blackmore, checked back into the game, gets tipped away by Aguilar. Labounty able to get it. He pulls up from left of the free throw line and hits that one. So Labounty finding a rhythm now.
Yep, he's coming alive. He's come to life now.
Didn't have any points in the first half. Now it's 10 in the second. On the outside to kick it to. Kicks it out to Aguilar. He'll pull up from the jumper and hit that one. Chase Aguilar with his first points of the night. Making a 7-point deficit for Chemeketa. Axemaker, three-pointer, bullseye. And we see that a couple go from deep.
He can make it from anywhere. Couple deep ones tonight.
3 of 4 from the three-point line. 11 points on the night for Axemaker. Able to get back to a double-digit lead for Lane. As a block shot there from Isaiah Wallace. Really nice defense against Lomax. Right pushing up court, gets it to Blackmore. Blackmore trying to find Isaiah Wallace. He does find Wallace. Not able to hit that one. And a foul was called. A lot of contact between Lomax and Labounty down low.
Yeah, Lomax got a hook on Labounty. Good call by the ref.
3-53, timeout on the floor. 9:47 left to go. We'll keep it right here for this one. But Jonah, I mean, you know, Lane a little bit of sloppy coming out of the halftime, but they really cleaned things up.
No, they did clean things up, especially in that stint right there. Jacob Labounty, you mentioned it, really come to life in the second half. 12 points now next to his name in the point column. 7 rebounds as well. But how about Silas Wright? 9 rebounds to this point for Wright. So Lane doing a great job controlling the board game over Chemeketa. But Chemeketa's, they're hanging around and they're scoring on their own. A couple threes there. Lomax with a 3. And again, I mentioned the mismatches they've been able to get inside, and a couple times they've been able to get it on Isaiah Wallace. When you get Ball and Best inside against Wallace, where it's happened a couple times, it's nearly impossible. Wallace is on his own island inside, and it's nearly no chance for them to make a stop.
Yeah, I mean the mismatch is really key because of Wallace. He's only 6 nothing, and then you got Dominic Ball, who's close to 6'9", 7 foot. So obviously, when he creates the mismatch, then that's pretty much an easy bucket for Ball.
But see, that only happens when Chemeketa's doing a good job getting ball movement, and when there's a lot of ball movement, a lot of rotation happens, and they get lost in rotation. That's what happens, and that's how those mismatches occur inside.
Javon Blackmore to inbound it for Lane. To Jacob Labounty. Labounty got a hand inside. He gets double teamed. Trying to find someone to pass it to in the post against Ty Best. Axemaker gets it right back to Labounty. Labounty working inside. Not able to get that one. And a rebound away by Chemeketa. Wall able to grab that one. Wall trying to get it down low to Best. And he pushes Labounty back. Labounty fell down. But no offensive foul called as Best was able to put that one in. contact there, but no whistle from the ref. Blackmore getting the screen from the bouncy. Kicks out to Jacob Axemaker. And Axemaker makes that one. There's a foul on the play. I wonder if they're going to count this one. Are going to count it.
What?
It was against Chemeketa's Tyre Wall. They are going to count it?
I believe they did count it. It's interesting how it's not a.
Well, because the foul wasn't when, as here's LeBounty driving inside, trying to go up with it, and no good. Got the lane bench fired up, but he'll still go to the line to shoot for two.
Well, he just dropped. It went in. It went in on the bounce off the iron. It still dropped. So it's going to go down as a dunk and a chance for an and one.
Chance for a three-point play coming up, and I mean going back to that three-pointer. He made the three-pointer, but the foul wasn't against him. It wasn't committed to him while he was shooting. It was off-ball foul. So I guess the 3 points count. But he didn't get the opportunity to go for four. Unable to convert. Cooper Goebel checked into the game, grabs the board. Here's Goebel, thought about pulling up for a second, instead swings it over to Ships. Schwips gets it down low to Best. Best working inside against LeBounty, and he gets his own and one on the other end. Best, he's really been controlling the paint tonight for Chemeketa. 8 from the field, 15 points as Silas Wright will come to the game. Jacob LeBounty will take a seat. A lot of contributions from this lane team. Hasn't really been one guy tonight. You got 3 different guys with 10-plus points. And pretty much everyone who's come into this game has scored in some matter. Edwards really making use of his roster. Isaiah Walsh, top of the key. Von Blackmore driving inside against Sandy, and that one looks like it's going to get called a foul. Be 2 shots for Blackmore coming up.
Yeah, Javon Blackmore seems like he's been everywhere tonight because of how athletic he is and how quickly he gets up and down the court, but it's been very quiet scoring now. Just 2 points next to his name. Chance to add to that here, but he's just 1 for 6 from the field.
Averaging around 10 points a game. However, he's 16th in the conference in assists per game, so being the guard he is and the athleticism he has, he's really more of a playmaker, but he is also a threat if he gets hot.
And that's just the way basketball goes. When you got a speedster like him, the point guard, able to go so fast down the court, it creates space and it creates attention, and it always leaves a guy open in the corner or on a shoulder, and that's where a lot of those assists come from.
Chips driving inside against Wallace, kicks it out to Sandy. Sandy driving in, gets it to tie Best. Wow, for the alley-oop.
A couple times, Lane's been beaten on that tonight. 2-3 alley-oop scores for Chemeketa.
First one in the first half was to Dominic Ball. That one to Ty Best. He's showing off, Chemeketa showing off their height and athleticism. Here's Javon Blackmore. Blackmore driving inside, got tipped away by Ships. Blackmore was trying to fade away with that one, no good. Rebound by Sandy. And tipped away by Blackmore. Blackmore all the way on his own, takes it up and almost threw it in. Got his hands to the rim.
I count it.
Nice little cloud.
I'll count it.
Nice little cloud touch to the rim. 70-59, Lane leads with 7 minutes left. Here's Sandy driving inside. Another alley-oop. This one a layup to Ty Best.
Slow it down a little bit here.
Wonder if at this point, I mean, Lane, they got a pretty good size lead. Obviously don't want to stop scoring, but it looks like it's going to be an off-ball foul.
Yeah.
But at this point, too,
Lane was starting to go. And it looked like Wallace made contact. No, they called on Garrett. It's his first foul. You mentioned it was off ball underneath the hoop.
At this point, I mean, with Lane, they have an 11-point lead. You can kind of start using the clock a little bit, especially with 30 seconds on the shot clock each possession. If Chemeketa doesn't get on a run here. Here's Best working against Garrett. A little bit of a mismatch there. Best. And it gets thrown away.
Oh.
Sandy able to recover, and he gets stolen by Garrett. Garrett pushing it up, gets it to Isaiah Wallace. Wallace is going to stop.
Yeah, it was a great ball hawk eye right there from Garrett. Be able to cut off that pass. And a timeout here by Coach Edwards.
Edwards calls for a timeout, 72-61 with 6:07 left to play. Lane trying to bounce back after their Saturday loss to Clackamas. We'll see if they can do it on the other side of this break here on the Lane Streaming Network. Lane up by 11 with 6:07 left to play in this one. Titans trying to bounce back after their loss just 2 days ago to Clackamas. Came into this game with a 3-game losing streak after winning 3 straight. Been kind of on and off, but they can get back into the win column if they're able to pull out here. Here's Micah Garrett from with a 3 from the corner, the wing. No good there. Ty Best currently leading the team with 21 points, able to find Ships, who was cutting inside and puts in for the easy lay-in. 72-63, Lane still leads. That's right. Now Axemaker at the top of the key. Lane trying to set something up. I got a half screen there from right. LaBounty, Blackmore. Trying to find someone down low. Instead, it gets stolen away by Kellen Sandy. Looked like Blackmore was trying to get to LaBounty, but he was doubled up in the post. Nice move by Sandy driving in. He tries to hit the fadeaway. No good. And it looks like they're going to call a foul against Javon Blackmore. Yeah, a lot of contact there, but rest might have seen a little slap at the palm, and Sandy will go to the line, shoot for 2. 5 points on the night. First trip to the free throw line. Able to hit his first. After Blackmore commits the foul, Wallace into the game for him. Be able to go 2 of 2 from the line. Micah Garrett to bring it up. Now gets to Labani. 4-court press from the Storm, and it gets tipped away by Goebel. Went behind the line, and he's doubled up. Garrett's doubled up, and he gets stolen away by Sladak. And here comes Sandy. He puts one up, kicks it out to Goebel, and it's going to take a 3-pointer from the far arc. That one no good. Off the hands of Isaiah Wallace, so it will stay with Chemeketa. But just really good full-court defense right there to force the turnover for the Storm.
Yeah, they trapped Micah Garrett. There's nowhere for him to go. And a panic pass led to the turnover. Lucky So far, lucky that that three wasn't converted, but it's still Chemeketa ball.
So another timeout on the floor. This one by Chemeketa, 72-65. We're coming down to the wire with 4:41 left to play. We'll see who can come on top on the other side of this break here on the Lane Streaming Network. And Ships will inbound it for the Storm. Chemeketa down by 7. It's Ty Best. A really good game so far for the Storm. Now Sandy gets a screen from Best. Thought about getting it down low, and it was off the foot of Isaiah Wallace as Sandy was trying to get it down low to Best. Slaydeck, Best down low, working against right, puts the fadeaway. That one no good. Off the hands of Blackmore. Ship's able to get it, and here's a three-point from the top of the key from Sandy. That one no good. And finally, the Titans get possession of it.
Gonna wind some clock here. 7-point lead, but still got to be able to convert on the offensive side. Got to be able to drive inside and continue to get points in the paint.
There's Javon Blackmore. Thought about inside, stopped and got it down low to Silas Wright. Wright driving inside. A nice layup there for Silas Wright.
Beautiful finish, the reverse over the head layup. Off the glass, over Best.
Chemeketa decides to do. Down by 9. The try to get a bounce pass to Best, but nice defense there from Lane. Able to get the turnover.
Well, the lane was there to Best. It just Best exactly wasn't ready for it. It was a little low.
A off-ball foul. It was off the top of the key. Well, it wasn't off ball, but it just wasn't shooting.
1-on-1, I believe, for Blackmore.
Is in the bonus. Moore able to hit the first one.
Possession game now, 10-point lead. Coming up on 3 minutes to go. If you're Lane, trying to be able to finish these games late. On Saturday against Clackamas, the three-point shooting went away at the wrong time for Lane, and it allowed Clackamas to pull away. If that happens here again, Chemeketa's going to try and be able to come back.
Austin Ships able to get it down low to Ty Bass, who got the spin around floater to go in. And you can see the full court defense now from Chemeketa. There's Javon Blackmore. Lane finally able to get across court. He'll do a little loop there to the top of the key.
Very obvious. Lane's just trying to wind this clock down as much as they can.
2:40 left to play. Jacob Labounty, Axemaker, trying to put the nail in the coffin. No good there. Rebounded by Best.
So this is your chance for Chemeketa right here. Get it back to a two-possession game. And Lane missing a couple shots.
Here's Best finding down low, cutting inside. A nice look from Cooper Goebel.
And got the foul.
And he got the foul as well. Coach Edwards on the court now. He's not too happy with that one. But Best is going to be at the line, trying to make it a three-point play.
Make it 6-point game.
Back in. As Best misses that one, Javon Blackmore gets it in. Like Goebel got a hand on it there, but Blackmore to keep it. Blackmore. Hand on his hip at 1 point. Lane, they're just trying to run up this clock. Here's Blackmore driving inside. No good. Rebound and put back by Jacob LeBounty.
Big put back by LeBounty right there. Be able to convert on the second chance.
There's a 3-point attempt from Goebel. Not able to go there. Rebounded by LeBounty.
A big momentum shift here for Lane that they needed. It was seeming like it was starting to trend Chemeketa's way late, but now Lane.
You would imagine if they can at least get a few more points, they might be able to put this one out of reach. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Isaiah Wallace at the top of the key. Down to the wire. There's Wallace going to pull up for a jumper. That one no good. Tipped around by Silas Wright, but Cooper Goebel able to come away with it.
Staying alive.
Chemeketa needs points on this possession. Here's Goebel driving inside. He's able to get the hard-earned layup. And a timeout by Coach Edwards. Chemeketa, Jonah, they're not going away yet.
Not going away yet. And that was quite the take by Goebel right there. It was a very contested layup over Silas Wright on the run, but it's a nice touch and in. And if you're Lane, you just continue to wind the clock down as much as you can. Let Chemeketa. They're going to play. They're going to press, and likely here when they come out, it's going to be a full court pressure right here. But if you're Lane, keep relaxed, keep your composure here. Cannot afford any turnovers when you have the game in your hands like this.
Exactly. I mean, just get it past half court, and then you know that Chemeketa is probably going to foul at some point. So if you could drive inside with either Wright or LeBounty and try to go to the free throw line, Lane, they've been pretty good from the free throw line today. 10 of 11, shooting 90%.
So let's see how they can handle this full court press.
Axemaker, Blackmore, Micah Garrett back into the game. LeBounty and also the 5 for Lane. Left to play. Here's the full court defense from Chemeketa. And they finally do get it over. Javon Blackmore able to get it. And now here's Axemaker at the top of the key. Isaiah Wallace thought about taking the three.
Smart. Had a wide open three, but the key here is to wind as much clock as possible.
8 seconds on the shot clock. Axemaker driving inside, gets tipped away by Lomax, and he'll keep it inbounds. Gets it to Kellen Sandy. Here's Sandy driving inside. That one no good. Rebounded by Ball. Ball puts it back up. And that one not able to fall in. Rebounded by LeBounty, able to get it to Blackmore. And finally, Sandy wrapped Blackmore.
That was 2 chances. One of them needed to fall for Ball. No pun intended right there on the rhyme. But if you're Chemeketa, you needed one of those to go.
Ty Best coming into the game, 78-71 with 39 seconds left to play.
They got what they needed. They got the turnover right there late in the possession, but a turnover nonetheless that they could not capitalize on.
They had a really good look there, and obviously time not on your side. They did kind of have to go hurry up, especially if they want another chance at scoring, but that attempt needed to go down, and it didn't, and now Blackmore's at the line. If he can make 2 free throws here, that might be the end of this one. Able to make the first. More converts, and a timeout on the floor. 80-71. Clock shows 39.2 seconds. So Jonah, what do you do here if you're Chemeketa?
Well, a 9-point lead, 39 seconds to go. You could get a quick bucket, call a timeout, play the foul game. But a 9-point lead, also a 3-ball would make sense here in this case. You're down 3 possessions, not a lot of time at all left. Probably going to look for a 3-ball here somewhere, set a screen, and get open in the corner to get a look.
Yeah, I mean, not sure how many timeouts Chemeketa has left, but with 39 seconds and now by 9 points, you would imagine that right out of the timeout, they're going to try chucking a 3. They're 7 of 16 tonight from beyond the arc.
Well, the lane's been playing pretty good defense against Chemeketa in the second half, and really they've prevented the three for most of this half pretty well. So challenge for the Storm to try and find somewhere to create space, but even if it's not a clean look, they're probably going to have to put one up here, I would expect. Their game plan coming out of this timeout.
Probably going to look for Mason Lomax. He's 3 of 3 from the three-point line tonight. He got 14 points. He's on the court alongside Best, Ships, Aguilar, and Goebel. So what can the Storm do? Here's Lomax.
Boy, taking a lot of
Posted up
time.
against Wallace, finds Goebel down low, drives inside, and he puts that one up. So there's the quick bucket you mentioned, Jonah.
I don't know. They probably wanted it quicker than that. It took 9 seconds off for a 2-point bucket.
Titans were able to inbound it, but Chemeketa finally fouls Javon Blackmore. Yeah, you're right. I mean, that was a quick bucket and a good look, but I taking too much time off the clock. Now 27 seconds left in regulation. Javon Blackmore back to the line. Not able to connect there.
This is here. You could go and get another quick bucket.
Next that one.
Now I think you need a 3.
Max hurting up the court. He's going to pull it for a three-pointer. Not able to hit that one off the hands of Ty Best.
Yeah.
And you would imagine that if Lane's able to inbound here, Chemeketa is most likely going to foul, and they do. They get into Javon Blackmore. Yep. Aguilar wrapped him up.
Yeah. Over at this point, 19 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things that would have had to go right for Chemeketa to be able to come back in that situation.
And they had their chances.
They did.
Especially near the minute mark.
But especially down by 10 points with less than a minute left to go. I mean, there's always a shot, but a lot of things have to go right. And Storm, like you said, they had some good opportunities. Didn't take advantage of them as Blackmore hits the first free throw.
Well, they had it down to a 7-point lead. I believe it was 7. And they got that turnover. And again, Ball had those 2 looks at the rim and couldn't get those to convert. If you get those, it changes the trajectory of the way this final 40 seconds is played a little bit if you're Chemeketa on offense.
Caden Glass checking into the game for the first time. Blackmore missed the free throw. And here's Aguilar trying to put up one last shot. He would. He hits that three-pointer, so now it's 82-76. As he's going to try to inbound it. Here's Labani up the court, and he'll get wrapped around by Lomax. Storm still down by 6.
Get a couple comments from the crowd here. They want to go home. I think they're ready to go home. I think
9 p.m. on a Monday night.
One. Couple of game over chants already from the crowd.
This game was
Lane wants to. This is a big win for Lane if they can finish it off here.
Big win indeed, and it comes at a good time, and it's kind of crazy too because this game was supposed to be played 2 weeks ago when Eugene had the big ice storm, but now it got moved to today, and right when Lane needed it most, riding a 3-game losing streak. This is definitely going to help their confidence going forward. One last shot, and they're able to hit a 3. As Cooper Goebel, so now it's 83-79. Now hold up, and here's Isaiah Wallace getting wrapped up, and he'll finally get fouled.
Makes you go back and wonder if their game plan, what strikes me the most, the 39-second timeout. When they came out of the timeout with 39 seconds to go, and they elected to go for the 2-point bucket, but it wasted 9 seconds off the clock. If you're able to put a 3 up there and get one of those to fall, like the last 2 have for Chemeketa. Now I can't even say the team name anymore.
It's been a long night for sure, especially trying to pronounce that one name.
Chemeketa.
Isaiah Wallace hits the first free throw. It's now 84-79.
I think it's a lot easier to say than Chemeketa.
I think so too. Nothing left for Chemeketa to do. 5-79. Lane able to bounce back after their loss on Saturday. A big win over Chemeketa. Moves Lane back to 500 in conference play, 4-4, and they will move to 9-11 overall on the season. The Storm will drop to 9-8, 3-4 in conference play, and this is just a really good game all over for Lane. I mean, we talked about in the first half, it was a little bit sloppy, especially with the passing, but they really cleaned it up. Something that, Coach Edwards, he probably emphasized in the locker room. But Lane, they really did well in the second half. They shot well, and they just played a great overall game in the second half.
Well, and it's good for Lane. It's good to see them get a win in one of these closely contested games. The last couple, they've come out on the wrong end of it, but this time, able to get a 6-point win against a conference rival that is ahead of them in the conference. So a big win for Lane, get back to 500 in conference. Micah Garrett continues to be a star on the offense for Lane, 21 points, leads the way for the Titans. And just a solid performance from Lane. Never gave up, never let their guard down late when they could have, and closed out a victory.
So Lane will hit the road on Wednesday for another conference matchup with Southwest Oregon. Meanwhile, Chemeketa will head home for a matchup with Mount Hood on the 31st of January. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. For my color man, Jonah Bruneau, I am Saul Galvin. Tuning in here on the Lane Stream Network. Lane wins this one 85-79.